Hello, my dears. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Teresa, and I'm here in Kamloops, British Columbia, on the unceded and occupied territory of the Secwepemc people. Today, we're going to sing our bluebird song. Then we will take a look at all of the homes of creatures who live near a pond. We'll take a close look at a beaver lodge in our book. Then we're going to play a What's Missing game. We'll do our wind poem, and we'll say goodbye. So let's start with our bluebird song. So let's get straight into our book. Here we have Who Lives Here? We've looked at this book before, but on a different page. So here we have our beaver lodge. Let's look inside. This book was written by Dot and Cy Barlow. They wrote the words and made the pictures. So here is a pond. A pond is a home to many animals. Some animals live in the water, and others build homes in the mud or tall grass at the edge of the pond. Though frogs can live on land, they spend much of their time in the water. Can you see a frog here? Oh, there's a frog in the water. There's another frog closer to land. Dragonflies fly above the pond, hunting insects for food. Do you see those dragonflies? Oh, there's one. It's looking for an insect to eat. That's called hunting. The muskrat builds a home of reeds and mud in shallow water. There's the muskrat. Mallard ducks hide their nests in the tall grass beside the pond. Here's a mallard duck. That's the male with the green head, and that's the female. She's more brown. They have some ducklings. 1, 2, 3 little ducklings. Let's look closer at our pond. Let's look under the water. Here we have a crayfish in the shallow water of the pond. And some other fish, a pickerel and a perch. And here is a sunfish. There's that green frog swimming up to the top of the water, the surface of the water. Let's see the other animals. We have some birds, a kingfisher, and a red-winged blackbird, and of course our ducks, our birds. We have our green frog under the water and a larger bullfrog sitting on that lily pad. You can see a beaver is swimming to shore from his lodge. This is his lodge, and this is the shore, the land. There's that turtle sitting on a log. Turtles love the feel of the warm sun on their shell. And closer on the shore, you can see a beaver. This beaver is gnawing on that tree. He is finding another tree to add to his lodge. Let's look closer at his lodge. Beavers use deep water to protect themselves from enemies. They make a beaver pond by cutting down logs and branches and building a dam across a stream. That means they're stopping the water. See, the water on the outside is lower, and the water on the inside is higher. Beaver homes are called lodges. They're made from branches covered with mud, stones, and plants. Under the water, there are tunnels that lead into the lodge. The beavers can swim in without being seen. That means they're safe inside the lodge. The lodge has a dry room above the level of the water. Underwater, beavers can store soft wood and bark for their winter supply of food. So they've got everything they need inside their beaver lodge. And here you can see a mama or a papa beaver with her little baby beavers. And the rest of the beaver family is working hard to build their lodge and their dam. There's another one. Shall we count the beavers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 beavers in this family. So that's the end of our story for today. But I have some animals to play a guessing game. So, let's look at these animals. Here we have our frog, like we saw in the pond. Frog. And we didn't see a snake in this pond, but snakes can live in the water too. Snake, frog, snake. And this is no animal, but here are some lily pads and a water lily. You can call it water lily. Frog, snake, water lily. And you know this one. A duck. Quack, quack. Duck. Frog, snake, water lily, duck. And our last animal is a beaver that we saw his home, his beaver lodge. This beaver might be sitting on top of his lodge. Beaver. So we have all of these animals. I am going to play a game. I will take away one of these animals and you tell me what's missing. So let's remember: frog, snake, water lily, duck, beaver. Ready? Close your eyes. Okay, what's missing? What was here? Do you remember? It's green and it hops and it starts with the sound. Did you say frog? Yep, frog is missing. Let's look at them again. Frog, snake, water lily, duck, and beaver. Okay, close your eyes. What's missing? What was here? This is someone who builds his home. It's called a lodge. We learned about him in our book. Did you say beaver? It's beaver. We'll do one more. What's missing? What was here? We have frog, water lily, duck, and beaver. It's here. This one slithers through the grass and water. Did you say snake? It's snake. Thank you for playing with me. Now we're going to do our wind poem. I have here a picture of a tree and the wind is blowing through. This poem is called Who Has Seen the Wind by Christina Rossetti. Who has seen the wind? Neither I nor you. But when the leaves hang trembling, the wind is passing through. Who has seen the wind? Neither you nor I. But when the trees bow down their heads, the wind is passing by. Thank you for joining me today. See you again soon. Bye.